Alright, this is what Le Pape has to say. That 3-card reading consisted of 1 card that was what to focus on in the most general sense. A card in how we can deal with our challenges, and a card where we can find our guidance. Yeah, that sounds familiar to some of you who have had a reading here at Constellation. But I can tell you this, as there's a lot of background noise right now. Hey everyone, let's give a shout out to Amazon and their adventure into automated workforce. That's right. You don't always need humans to get the job done. Alright, and now back to it. I can't really groove to this. This is perfect though. Wow. Wes, you're being loud. This is a serious reading. Oh, there's Justin with his Tollzar's Got Anxiety effects button. Okay. Alright, that's enough. Okay. Let me tell you what this 3-card reading was. The first card was the 10 of Swords, which in the Thoth deck is Ruin. Now I know that doesn't sound too good for the upcoming month, but the sun is moving into Aquarius tomorrow, and we all need to be prepared for the next roughly 30 days until February 18th, where the energy is perhaps going to be rebellious. We've got a big day on Wednesday, too, and I think we all know about that and the geopolitical landscape, but I can say on the astrological landscape, it fits right in. And the card Ruin, the 10 of Swords, is a perfect card to pull for all of us to focus our energy on something. Because it's about the fear of losing control of your mind. It's the dissipation of the center, the sun in Gemini, the dissipation of the center of your energy in too much thought. The fear of insanity, the fear of coming undone, unspun. I think we all kind of fear that in one way or another in these days. How we're going to anchor in, as Tricky and I used to talk about. I love Tricky's take on this, which is slow and spacious. In here I say, the cards are suggesting that we all focus on the ability to not overthink the situation. We need to be in our bodies. We need to breathe. Breath, air, 10 of Swords. That's right. Breathing is going to be huge in the next month. Breathe into your bellies. Breathe in to the spacious part of your being. What if you cannot deny the information and the experiences and the exploration that's headed your way? And so you have a nagging fear and anxiety about that. You gotta become more spacious. You're gonna have to grow. And we'll get to that at the end of the reading. The second card was the Princess of Discs. Now I gotta tell you, this is a card of the one who is pregnant with possibility, but grounded. And this was in how to approach the challenges. We need to be grounded. The earth of earth suggests balance. But how do you balance when the earth beneath you is quaking? When the very earth itself is being challenged? Slow and spacious indeed. But here we all have to remember to be receptive to our bodies, to be in our bodies, and dare I say it, the old-fashioned way. Walk outside and get connected with nature. That's right. We're all gonna need to get a good dose of what's good. And what I mean by what's good is what is beyond good and evil. Nature, the original blueprint. It's a challenge to feel grounded in the next month. We all have to figure out what that means to us. And as I suggested with Tricky, if you have something taken away from you, then you start to appreciate it. Now is a time where we might want to rebel in the most crazy way. All of us, in all shades of life. Humanity as a whole. And that rebellion will make us most likely recognize, acknowledge, and appreciate some of the structures that we want to rebel against. I'll tell you what, if they pass Patriot Act 2.0, we're all going to be looking back on this time as actually, I'll save that all for COG. Anyway, let's get to the third cog in the wheel. Does that make sense? Okay. The third card in the wheel, and that would be the Eon. Yeah, you might know it as Judgment in other decks. Well, I can tell you here, it is about the critical faculty. The all-seeing eye of Horus doesn't let you escape. This is a pretty intense reading for the next month. As the sun travels through the sign of Aquarius, we all need to have some guidance through these times. That guidance, according to the card, is in the critical faculty. So maybe we all ground in the way we process things, because we're going to have a lot of judgment for people. The mass media loves to point us in the direction of hate, who our enemy is in whatever existential crisis wins them ratings from whatever sign they are projecting from. That's right. We all need to keep our heads about us right now. Maybe we don't need to choose sides. Maybe we need to have the utmost critical faculty and not let it all go into wishy-washy, but then to use it one step further, to explore in our ways of being able to see that the times are changing and people are going to be vehicles of that change, and to not hate, but to stand and anchor in, to ground in what we feel is the truth in our own lives. So you're going to have to look at that individual truth. And what better time to talk about this on than Martin Luther King did? Because MLK knew what that was about. Instead of going over there, you anchor right here. You anchor in your own truth, and that gives you the strength. So everyone in this Aquarian time, I wish I could give you a candy-coated reading, but Le Pape speaks the truth. And the truth is, through the chaos, we're going to need to explore where that foundation of truth is. Faculty anchored in truth as an individual. Don't let them steer you towards hate. If it gets crazy, we all need to find community in the anchoring of our individual truths that starts in your heart. What is good to you? Ask yourself that. What is good to you? And what is it that you have to offer the world out of that goodness? Yes, we need to be strong. Yes, we need to be firm. We need to stand our ground and stick up for those that are less fortunate to create change and guide that change. But first, you need to be anchored in your own convictions of truth, not the media. And certainly not political truth. Yeah. Let's sass it up.